Whether your child is 3 or 17, the next Playground game catalog has something they'll find fun. From racing through mini worlds and Miniac steering madness, to hopping through enchanted forests in Pip's Tale, and even testing your spellcasting skills in Neo-Witch, there's something for everyone. Stick around as we explore these fun, engaging, and family-friendly games that will keep your kids entertained and active. In this video, I'll give you a look at all the Play Pass games currently available on the Next Playground. A quick disclaimer, this video is sponsored by Next Playground, but the opinions are still my own. The Next Playground starter packs includes 4 games: Whack-A-Mole, Party Foul, Starry, and Goalkeeper, which I went over in my Next Playground review in a previous video, so if you haven't seen that yet, check that out after this. Currently, if you unlock the Play Pass, either quarterly or annually, you'll get access to an additional 21 games. I say currently because they have game drops constantly, with 4 currently on deck to be released before the end of the summer. Enough talk, let's get into the games. One of my personal favorite that my son and I have been enjoying, and it's one of the newest game, is Family Fitness Challenge. The Family Fitness Challenge brings the whole family together with fun physical activities. There are a few challenges you can select from, such as the soccer practice game where you kick the soccer ball towards targets for points, or even a relay where you work together taking turns running and jumping hurdles. You even get to name your family team name and compete in points with others who are playing the game. It's a fantastic way to encourage family fitness and friendly competition. Another recently released game, Elmo Says, is a fun one for younger children. Elmo Says is a fun twist on the classic Simon Says game, featuring everyone's favorite furry red monster. Children must follow Elmo's instruction, but only if he says Elmo Says. The instructions range from Elmo Says raise your hand to Elmo Says copy Elmo. They have different difficulty modes, and with easy being perfect difficulty for my son to start off on, but he's now moved on to hard. It's a great game for listening skills and having fun with Elmo. Connect 4 Bounce adds an exciting twist to the classic Connect 4 game. Instead of dropping discs, player bounce balls into a grid to get 4 in a row. You have the option to play against the computer or another player. You move your hand side to side to aim, and then you lift in a basketball shooting motion to bounce the ball. It's a lively and engaging game that adds a new layer of strategy and fun. Also, it's much more difficult to aim the ball exactly where you want instead of just traditionally dropping a disc. The digital version of Hungry Hungry Hippos bring the classic tabletop game to life. Compete with friends and families to see who can gobble up the most marbles. And this is another great one for young children because the concept's very easy to understand. Initially, Hungry Hungry Hippo was best played with other people as the computer was way too good. Next, listen to the feedback and added an option to adjust the CPU's difficulty. This is a great sign that Next is not only listening, but also implementing changes in a timely manner. Brickbuster reboots the classic arcade game, as you might guess it, with an active twist. Smash bricks with precision and speed in this engaging game. If you haven't played Brick before, basically the goal is to use the ball to break all the bricks while keeping the ball from getting past your bar. It's perfect for those who love the retro feel of arcade, but with a modern physical twist to it. And if you find the regular levels too easy, there are even level other players made that you can attempt. Join Peppa Pig and her friends in this delightful game. Designed for younger children, it combines powerful play graphics with simple engaging mechanics, from jumping to wiggling to throwing. This is probably my son's favorite, and even my 2.5-year-old daughter loves this, as they're both big Peppa Pig fans. Basketball Knockout is a classic where players shoot hoops in rapid succession. It's a thrilling game to test your shooting skills and speed. Personally, I found this to be one of the harder games, as it does set a fairly high bar in order for you to advance into the next levels. Then again, I'm not exactly the best basketball player. Good thing that they included plenty of different modes and even a practice mode so that I can get better at this game. Now, to a game that I was much better with is Tennis Smash. You get to play against challenging opponents in thrilling tennis duels. As with most games, you start with easier opponents and eventually get harder ones. Similar to Goalkeepers where you unlock gloves, Tennis Smash lets you unlock different characters you can play as. And I'm happy to say that you don't need to be good in real life tennis to be good in this game. Pip's Tale is a magical adventure where players hop and jump through an enchanted forest. It's a whimsical game filled with fantasy and exploration. Pip essentially mimics your movements from walking to jumping. You can even shoot what I think is web to hit monsters or objects to advance to the next levels. Initially, I thought this game was going to be too difficult for my son, but he surprised me and is doing pretty well with it. It's not particularly fast paced, so it's actually pretty good for younger children to learn. Next Gym is another fitness game, but really less of a game and more of a fitness program. You can select individual workouts or participate in a 15-day challenge where the goal is to work out every day. The workouts don't have to be long and can be set set as low as 5 minutes. I do have to warn you though, as you progress further into the challenge, as in the further days you go, expect the workouts to get longer than the selected time. As with any workout routine, you have to keep pushing yourself to see results, which generally means longer routines for either more reps or heavier weights. If you do find that you're getting too exhausted or certain exercises Next Gym suggests are causing you too much discomfort, you can skip it. As we're on the topic of Next Gym, something I suggest everyone do is join the Next Playground Facebook group. Not only do you get alerted when new games are being developed or made available, they also run contests every now and then. Last month they had a Next Gym 15-day challenge where everyone who completed it was awarded a Lark water bottle and a Matador face towel. Juggler is a game where you use your arms to bounce these little guys. The goal is to bounce them for a certain amount of time. It's a simple game, but something about it is pretty addicting watching these cute little guys bounce around. The game is perfect for improving hand-eye coordination and having a laugh. Luminous is a dodging game where you lean your body to avoid hitting the light pillars. I found that it's quite crazy how even subtle movements are able to be picked up by the camera. The game's responsiveness and challenge of the dodging make it pretty fun. Dragon Jumpers is a jumping game where you jump to avoid hitting obstacles. Basically Flappy Bird, but jumping. I have to say that this game is quite a workout with the amount of jumping you'll have to do. It's best left for energetic little children who need to burn off some extra energy. Tumblebots can be played against a computer or against another player. There are various mini games where you compete to collect more coins or hit each other to score. I can see this as a party game to offer some fun competition. The variety of mini games keeps the action fresh and exciting. Air Racer is exactly what it sounds like. Using your body, you control the plane to advance through the obstacle course while trying to collect power-ups and speed up your time. The game's immersive controls and thrilling courses make it a favorite for kids who love aviation. In Miniac's Steering Madness, players crash and dash through vibrant mini worlds. My best comparison is Mario Kart, but instead of controllers, you use your hands to mimic a steering wheel. In Neo-Witch, players cast spells quickly using their hands to trace different patterns to cast spells. Raising both your hands puts the pattern on the screen. After you trace the spell, you get to fire off at the creatures trying to attack you. It's a fun one that blends gameplay of casting spells as a fun shooter. 2048 Arms is all about math. It's simple where you tilt the squares up, down, left or right to add up the numbers in a column or row. Each puzzle has its own objective, challenging players to use the numbers to reach a certain target. It's a great way to make math fun and engaging. The best way to describe Starzo is it's kind of like Tetris meets Puyo Puyo. You compete against either a computer or another player where the goal is to fill up your opponent's screen before yours does. And to achieve this, you match 4 or more of the same color together to dissolve them. But the tricky part is that the shapes actually stick together if it touches something else. They do become free again if the connecting dots get dissolved. I would probably say that this is definitely one of the more advanced games on the Next Playground. And then this leaves us with the last game, Active Arcade. Similar to Party Foul, Active Arcade offers a variety of simple yet fun arcade games that keep you moving. It offers 12 different mini games. I found that many of the games here are just a simple versions of the more advanced full games they already have. Like Bunny Hop, which is very similar to Pip's Tale, or Whack-A-Mole, which is a simple version of the game with the same name. But they also offer games that are quite unique, like Laser Dodge, where you make sure your body stays out of the red sections to avoid the lasers. They also have games like Reaction Flow that requires quick reaction time and thinking, where the goal is to touch the numbers in consecutive order within the time limit. What I also like about this is that it even tells you the amount of space required underneath each game. So if you're playing in a small area, there are gaming options for that. With all the different games available, Active Arcade has something for everyone, making it perfect for all ages. It blends physical activity with digital play pretty seamlessly. Whether you're hitting targets or dodging obstacles, Active Arcade ensures a workout wrapped in fun. This is just a taste of the incredible game catalog available on Next Playground. The Playpass offers great value in not only offering a large amount of games immediately, but it's also constantly adding new games. If you want a more in-depth look at the Next Playground and its features, be sure to check out my full review video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more reviews and fun activities. Share your thoughts in the comment below. I'd love to hear which game your kids are most excited to try out. And until next time, remember, every child is unique. Embrace their journey with gentle guidance.